He also mentioned you knew Jackie as well. Did you know Jackie?
Let's say I knew an awful lot about her.
Okay.
Jackie would have been in much more hot water than she was if it hadn't been for Mrs. Johnson, who backed her up and took her place when she goofed on so many things.
Yeah.
Like she was supposed to be at the White House wrapping bandages for the Red Cross, and she was at the drugstore having a Coke, and I mean, it was obvious to everybody she didn't do what she was supposed to do. She's supposed to be there. So Mrs. Johnson went in and substituted for her, and she did that time and time again. But
Lady Bird, I hear, was a wonderful woman as well.
Oh, yes. But the thing that really was upsetting, when Jack was in Rome visiting the embassy, my husband, being head of the CIA there, had to assign 2 men along with his group of servicemen that were protecting him. And these 2 men were required to get Italian prostitutes into Jack's bed 2 at a time.
Wow.
And it was a sorry thing. And my niece said, "Now don't say that, Annie C.G. You don't know if it's true." I said, "They were working for my husband and they reported to him and he told me, so I think it's true." And then, while he was doing that in Rome, she took off for Greece and was on the ship with Onassis. She was
they were married, huh?
Yeah, she was carrying it on with Onassis on the ship while he was carrying on with the prostitutes. I mean, they were a lousy group of people. I mean, they were really scum, just like Clinton is scum.
Yeah.
You know, Bobby Kennedy and my husband were absolutely enemies. I mean, just pure enemies.
Well, from the sound, and not just from what I've heard reading through you and heard from you, but Bobby was, from all other sources, Bobby was not a real bright man on things.
He was an idiot.
Okay.
They went from genius to idiot, and he was at the idiot end of the scale. And he really was very narrow, and he did not have a very good philosophy, and he had no confidence in himself because his brother put him in a job that he wasn't really capable of handling. It made a lot of stress for the people who were working in law enforcement. I loved Roselli. My husband always said if I had to ride shotgun, that's the guy I'd take with me. Much better than any of the law enforcement people. Roselli was the kind of guy that if he gave you his desires and his friendship, well, he was going to stick by you.
No matter what.
Yeah.
Loyal.
And he definitely was mafia, and he definitely was a crook, and he definitely had pulled off all kinds of stunts with the mafia, but he was a patriot. He believed in the United States, and he knew that my husband was a patriot, and that's what drew him to Bill. And he had been recruited by another guy from the FBI for assassination purposes on Kennedy, or on Castro.